What's going on, everyone? Welcome to NVP Live. I just got my StreamYard set up, and I figured it would be a good time to test it all out and see how much I can crush it. Sorry about my voice. My allergies are flying. I had a crazy weekend. 4th of July weekend. Great. Spent time with the wife. Absolutely loved it. Monday morning, she pops up. Two kittens were in our screen room out back, and ended up naming little boy, little girl. We're keeping them. My wife names them, and points for anyone who gets the reference. Their names are Opie and Ellie. But yeah, I figured I'd jump on and see what is going on. Thank you all, guys. Thank you guys all for 500 subs. That was huge. I think we're at 515 right now. I've been putting out videos, got some new equipment. But I have to tell you, it's been a long time. I really appreciate it. I have a lot of stuff coming up with printing as well as pop culture. And we are also going to be talking. I'm going to condense in my Transformers and collectible scene streams into this. I'll probably do a separate one for each. I'm still trying to see how it all shakes out. I'm working on some collaborations. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really grateful. Thank you all so much. You enabled me to get to this point now, and it's due to you. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to give you the best content I can. Thank you. Remember, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But let's get started. The numbers. The daily domestic chart for Friday has Superman right now sitting at 56 million. Jurassic Park Rebirth is second with 11,370. Not bad numbers. Superman really benefited from the Tuesday um, opening, early opening, the Amazon streaming screening. Wow, I cannot talk. But yeah, it really benefited from it in some ways, but I think it's going to hurt it too because word of mouth about this movie is going to really change it. James Gunn did a ton of damage. He was in everything. I was waiting for David Cornsweet just to unzip himself, and underneath was James Gunn because, as you know, he was in it. Like, they're a thruple as far as I'm concerned. And then I was just reading something this morning, another article um, about James Gunn pushing another movie and being in the middle of it again. It's fine. You're a director. I didn't see George Lucas or Steven Spielberg in the middle of everything. Everything they have to do, he's there. And I think it's just damaging. Right now, they're saying leaps to 56 million on Friday, now flying to 115 million to 120 million dollar opening, and that those numbers have been all over the place. I've seen it as high as 185 million, as low as 90 million. I think said and done, this movie's not going to get out of the 500 million dollar range. Word of mouth, I really think is going to kill it. You have Fantastic Four coming in next week, and that's really going to put the final nail in the coffin for Superman. I will get into this movie probably on a Monday stream. I'm still trying to figure out what the best time to do a stream is, especially for the pop culture when there's so many other channels. And I'll be honest with you guys, I watch a lot of these guys, so I got to figure out where to set myself in. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a printing as well as a collecting stream. So it's going to be busy around here. I have a lot of videos come up, especially with printing. And I'm going to get into that in a few minutes, especially about the piles of shame that I know we all have. We're going to talk a little bit about 40K as well. But let's take a minute and talk about before I go with that, Superman 78 4K UHD. If you guys haven't been eyeing it, Prime Day, Amazon has some great sales. Buy two get one for free. I actually picked up the illustrated Silmarillion as well, and get on it because the prices are real good. But 4K physical media, stick with it. I'm not even going to pull up the Rotten Tomatoes score on Superman. It's just not worth it. If anything, go over to Criticless. I have to get my link set up for that. But go check out Criticless. It's a lot of fair reviews on the movie, and judge for yourself. Really, go see it. I can't tell anybody not to see this movie. It's neither here nor there for me. There's a lot of things I hate that'll outweigh anything that I could potentially like. Even coming down the line, they can fix some stuff, but it's still going to be terrible. But let's move on to TFCON Canada. This is Toronto's TFCon. It is going on all weekend, July 11th to the 11th to the 13th. Wow, I'm having a rough morning. I need more coffee. But yeah, this is going to be a fun con. I've already seen some pictures of it. And just so you guys know, too, Colhauser of the 199 and Drunk 3PO are having a meetup today. Actually, tonight, welcome to Rebellion. Guys, check out the information on the screen. The guest restaurant, Meadowville Hilton. Contact them. The email's on the bottom, snapdragonphil@outlook.com. That is tonight. I am sure you will appreciate it. In fact, we have a little bit, I saw this a few minutes ago from Colhauser and Drunk 3PO up there live. Let's see. That has got to be a great time for them. Just a heads up, Cole Hauser is starting his own YouTube page. He has it set up right here, and I have a link to it down in the description of the live stream. So go check him out. Give him a subscribe. Great dude, member of the 199. And hopefully we will be talking to him a lot more in the future. I am still working out the kinks here, learning how to use this, so bear with me, guys. Moving on. 3D printing piles of shame. I am so brutally guilty of this. I actually have, I pulled this guy out. This is Rhodey's armor from Endgame. I got as far as the shoulders on this set of armor. I love it. It's a great set. And this was a DO3D file. I'll try and dig up a link. I haven't actually looked at it in a while. Talking to a guy that has like 3 hard drives full of files. I got into printing back when COVID first hit, and I really was heavy into it for a while, and I still do it on the side. Much to the bane of my wife, because if you're a printer, you know it never stays to contain to one area, and I'm horrible with this. I have full size battle droids, pit droids. I got big into it with Droid Division. He puts out some amazing files, and you just have to start building them. So I've been printing them out and building them for quite a while now. But my biggest shame is for my Warhammers, my 40K stuff. Let me pull some of that up. They got a few Titans. We all know the Reaver Titan did the actual multi-part setup. It is a fun build. I have the whole thing done. It really just needs to be finished and assembled. I'm going to do a whole how-to on that one. And of course, you guys are going to know this. I'll tell you, the prints, the files from 5 years ago, as nice as they were for the time, the stuff that we are getting now is next level. It's the best stuff out there. And with the prices of going to the store and buying an individual figure or a Titan, and that's unobtainable for most people. 50 bucks, you could build multiple. Resin is not expensive, and these machines are so cheap now. I mean, my first machine was an Ender 3v2, and I love it. I have a bunch of Enders, CR10s. I just keep them going, and they're what are they, 5 6 years old at this point. We will do another tour. If you go into Nerdic Viking prints in the playlist, you'll see a lot of my old stuff. There's a lot of shorts in there, the longer videos. I still have to re-upload to the channel. Eventually, I'm going to split them off into their own channel if it's really working out that way. If you guys want to see it, just let me know. But let us check this out. This I caught this morning. This is from Mike Baron on X. Bloody Red Baron. Check out this Emperor class Titan. This is incredible work. I mean, that head is the same size as this one. It needs a seatbelt. I would not drive with that standing in my passenger seat, but it is a beautiful work. It is really, really beautiful work. If you get in on some of these details, uh, just go over to Colts. I'll put a link in the description of the video on the keywords to find this because you know how GW can be when it comes to it. But I'll tell you, this inspired me to really get into my pile of shame. And I'll tell you, go on X and down in the comments, and I want to see some of your piles of shame because I will start everything. I will start from I'll start doing a droid, and then I'll turn around and I'll start getting into my Warhammer miniatures again, and I will bounce around, and my projects will sit there. I'll do armor sets, and it's like everything is slightly unfinished. Right now, I'm looking at I reran my old Mark 39 Starboost armor. I actually lost a ton of weight, and I wanted one to fit me. And so I'm building one to my specifications, and I'll tell you, it's going to be an amazing suit. Uh, but yeah, the miniature world, especially with 40K, has gotten. I mean, I hate to say it, the community is great. Everything else is falling apart. We all love it. I've been into GW. Wow, since Dungeons and Dragons. We had a comic book shop that we used to go to every day religiously when I was young. And one of the things is we always had the miniatures in the store. And for like 2 years, it was really great. We had some of the best players. The community was awesome. And then GW started setting up their retail stores. And mind you, I'm going back probably 30 years. And the community it fell apart. Like everybody took off from over there. And then within a month, they started coming back, some of them. But there's a lot of the elitist in there that sorry, we never turned away a kid for having unpainted miniatures that wanted to play a game. It's just not cool. So, you get a lot of slack for that, but honestly, never cared. But yeah, this thing just inspired me to really get going. And I have to say, I want to get that done. I really want to get that one done. But let me wrap this up with a little thought that I had on Ironheart. Now I don't even want to talk Ironheart anymore. In fact, I was shooting a video for the final couple episodes to go one at a time. I can't do it. I really can't. I'm just going to condense and combine because everything from 4 through 6, it's 5 minutes worth of slop. But there's enough problems to talk about for 10 hours. In fact, I just found out there was an EFAP on it, and I really, really want to watch that one. Um, but one thing I did not hear about, and maybe it's my head canon, but I really hate to say I have head canon about this show. I just when you're writing scripts and you're doing research to cover it, you start going down different rabbit holes. And mine led me to the writers, the directors, and producers. And if you haven't seen that video, go check it out because every problem with that show, it was right there in the writer's room. But no one talks about this. Natalie. Now, Natalie here, Mephisto. No one whatsoever has been talking about this, and I could just be going down a rabbit hole that I don't need to be going down. But there were so many things from her creation to her recreation that said this was the Hood's cloak. Natalie in the show, all she was a voice for Mephisto. He was manipulating her the entire time. She created a sentient AI by falling asleep in in a powered down apartment on a laptop 4 hours. 4 hours. Okay, and then had no idea what it was, how it was designed, and in the last episode couldn't create it using all the exact same stuff. But the more you listen, and I think I'm actually going to do a video on it and just break down the clips. The more you listen to her, the more you hear it's just Mephisto whispering in Riri's ear the entire thing. And honestly, as much as I hated this show, I thought that was an interesting premise that somebody introduced at some point. I'm telling you, there was a writer on that show that was competent somewhere. Somewhere they were in there. And I wish I knew which one because there were some conversations between Riri and Zeke, and Riri's mother was written really well. And there was some little plot points that were cut out. Like this whole thing with Riri and with Natalie and Mephisto was edited out. That's obvious. But there was a lot more there. The evil magic was defeated by the good magic from the Trice race swap, Velma, Zelma. I couldn't keep up, and I still have a headache from it. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to jump on. Like I said, this was a completely test stream. See how everything goes. I'm going to put links for everything down in the description box. I really appreciate you guys again for 500. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And I really appreciate you. I will talk to you soon. Take care.